PCR FM, we've had a message from a guy called Kev Goodacre requesting a song. Kev, your song request is coming up literally next. Keep listening. It's PCR and it's the Breakfast Show on for Thursday.
The Kev Lawrence Breakfast Show. PCR FM.
I'm going to speak to Joe from Serenity Loves now. Joe is also an author. Good morning.
Good morning.
Remind our listeners the name of your book.
It is called No Longer Last on the List.
And you wrote it during the first lockdown, didn't you?
I did, yeah. My businesses had to close because obviously we were a hair and beauty salon. And I could see a lot of pressure being put on parents and mothers at the time. And this is a book I have wanted to write for a while. So I thought, what else can you do but do something positive in lockdown?
Now, since you published the book, it's sold, well, we would say pretty darn well.
Yeah, it has. It's been amazing. And it's been shortlisted for a book award as well, which is more than I could have ever dreamed of. And
incredible.
More importantly, it's helped so many people.
Well, that was the next thing I was going to go on to talk about. I've been reading some of the reviews of your book, and the help you've given so many stressed out parents is incredible, isn't it? It must make you feel pretty special.
It does. And I think there's no guide to parenting, is there? There's no guide to how to be an adult, especially in this day and age with all the different pressures that are put on us, from career or family or being a parent or being the best partner or the best friend, making sure that you've got a great social life. There's a lot that's put on us at the moment, a lot that we have to achieve and be great at. So it really is just a book about what's going to make you happy. Let's strip away everything else around you. What's going to make you happy? How do you get there? Or how can you start putting in some boundaries? How can you start making yourself more of an importance in your own life? And that's kind of where the name came from, No Longer Last on the List, because so often we are the last on the list and everything and everyone comes before ourselves. So this is just a bit of it's not a preachy book. It's a book that works with you. There's a lot of education in there, but then there's lots of activities so you can learn and take action very quickly. And by doing so, making such small changes in your life, hopefully you'll be a lot happier as well.
Now then, I have read that in recent days and weeks, across Peterborough, copies of your book have been left in random places, like in parks or on benches. Can you explain what this is about?
Yeah, of course. So it's something that I wanted to do last year when I launched the book, but everything was just so crazy I didn't have time. And anyone that knows me or knows of my journey knows I like to do a lot for charity and I like to give back. So I thought, how can we do this with the book? And then I thought, what if I just randomly leave it as a surprise for people in random places, like you say, parks or park benches? And I did a bit of research on it, and it's actually a big thing in America. It's called BookCrossing. And I thought, well, if they're doing it there, then I'm not just the only random crazy person that wants to leave gifts for people in random places.
Well, hold on a minute. What did you say it's called? Book what?
BookCrossing. So it's where people read a book and then they will leave it for somebody else. They might have enjoyed it and they want to pass on that joy to somebody else. So I thought that just fits perfectly with the whole theme of the book, who I am, and just bringing a bit more joy to people because obviously the weather has not been great and everybody has been through the last 18 months. And I've had so many messages from people who have found the book already, and it has just put the biggest smile on their face.
Love it. Do you write little notes in the book saying if you find this, read it and then leave it somewhere again?
I can't ruin the surprise.
Oh, okay. So my message to anyone listening then is if you're out and about somewhere in the Peterborough area and you see a book called No Longer Last on the List by you, Joe, then great, it's worked.
It has, and don't forget to tag me in it on social media and stuff like that so I can see you guys finding your books. And if you start reading it, and it helps you, then absolutely reach out and let me know as well. You can find me on normal social media channels. So Joe Bevilacqua, it's a bit of a mouthful, but it'll be on the book. And if obviously you enjoy it or you want to pass it on to a friend, then do so also. So it's just to spread a little bit of joy and to give people maybe a little bit of hope over the last 18 months or so.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. I could talk to you all morning. I love the fact that you like helping people. And if you read the book, maybe you will feel helped. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Empowering others.
It is, absolutely. It's what we have to do. We have to stick together, don't we? Yeah,
we do. And you know how whenever we speak, I always get your surname wrong, but I'm going to give it a go. Joe Bevilacqua.
Yay!
Nailed it! No Longer Lost on the List is the book, and I know that you run Serenity Loves in Peterborough as well, and it's always a pleasure to speak to you on PCR FM. Thanks, Joe. Have a good day.
And you, Kev.
Take care.
Bye.